Hello everyone, this is Tim Connor and I'm the operations manager here at Franchise Marketing Systems, and my role is to help produce the franchise operations manual for a newly franchised concept. And the purpose of these documents is to give franchisees a sense of wherewithal on how to operate their franchise business. And what we wish to accomplish when establishing these documents is to give franchisees what they need to properly deliver the customer experience. In addition, another purpose is for the documents to provide brand standards for which franchisees are to adhere to. This will allow for a consistent execution of all of the operational protocols that must be considered when managing all of the day-to-day responsibilities of the business itself. And what we have done here at FMS is compartmentalized this manual into 5 key sections. Each of these sections representing a component that is of extreme importance for an owner-operator looking to manage a particular franchise. The first being establishing the business. This section of the manual covers primarily what will need to be accomplished before the business is operating. And that could be things like acquisition of equipment, purchasing of software, identifying the appropriate insurance. Do I need any special license or permit or certificate to legally operate the business? Anything that has to do with the foundational nuts and bolts of the business itself, we need to outline in this section so that we understand precisely what we're requiring of franchisees before they've even started accepting and serving customers. The next section we call personnel, and this section really focuses on staffing and identifying the right people for the team. And that could include things like interview techniques, job positions, and their associated responsibilities, how to best manage the team, how to best motivate the team, scheduling techniques, when do we need coverage, do I need coverage, could I do this on my own, or do I need someone else to assist me? This section of the manual is really designed to give franchisees managerial advice on how to formulate the team and how to manage that team so that we can position the employees or contractors in a way that they too will be able to deliver that satisfactory customer experience. The third section we call administrative procedures. This section really dives into the back office end of managing a business, things like accounting, payment of taxes, franchise reporting requirements. Anything having to do with numbers likely has to do with the administrative side of things. And in this section, we typically disclose to the franchisees what is required of them when it comes to reporting to the franchisor their revenue and their performance. And the purpose of why we need those figures is for us to provide guidance on if their location, unit, or territory is not performing as well as it should. If we don't have data to back that up, we don't know how well or how unwell that business really is performing. And so giving us, the franchisor, the ability to monitor and provide that extra set of support, we can position franchisees in a way that they are the most educated they can be and that they are truly performing to the best of their abilities. The fourth section we call daily procedures. This section covers the day-to-day responsibilities of managing the franchise, and that could include things like opening and closing procedures, day-to-day checklists, safety guidelines, security guidelines, anything having to do with a management role. We use this section as an opportunity to teach franchisees what it's like to operate the business from a real first-person perspective. And oftentimes, I think this section is the most referenced on an ongoing basis simply because the information and content provided here is most applicable on a day-to-day basis. And so we really look to utilize this section as an ongoing reference guide for franchisees to refer back to and to count on as a reminder for how we do things and why we do things that way. And then the fifth section, the last section, we call marketing. How should the franchisee advertise their business so they can best represent the brand, best represent their location, and to give themselves the best opportunity they can to serve the most customers. And in this section, we'll also want to talk a bit more about what the franchise network will be doing to help the franchisees with their marketing. And that could be things like contributions to a corporate marketing fund, perhaps management of their social media, or simply sharing marketing resources such that now our presence on Google is that much more visible. For us to provide that guidance and those details for how to best market, we know that franchisees are going to have themselves the greatest positioning possible for really taking the fullest advantage of their market. And so all 5 of those sections comprise of the manual itself, of which that is not distributed until the franchisee has officially become a franchisee, which means they've paid the franchisor the franchise fee, which is the flat fee that is now earning them the right to use the name, to use the operational systems that we've designed for them, and to become officially part of the brand. And at that point, we can then turn these tools over to them. Of course, given the nature of an operations manual, many of the contents are proprietary in nature, certainly confidential. We don't wish to share this information unless someone has paid for and compensated the franchisor for it. And so, knowing that, franchisors will be able to leverage understanding that the more the better, because at the end of the day, this is not information that is shared until it is absolutely necessary to be shared. At the end of the day, the quality of a manual comes down to the quality of the support that the franchisor wishes to deliver. And in our experience, the franchisees that perform the best are the ones that are given the best chance to do the best. And the manual is a big part of that. By providing that springboard of resources, guidelines, recipes, if we're talking about a food concept, we know franchisees are the most educated that they can be. And if they were to underperform or, God forbid, fail, we know it was not because of the lack of resources that we gave them. Going forward, franchise marketing systems, being a partner of our clients and helping with their franchising efforts, I do consider the manual to be an extremely important component to the entire development process. One that unfortunately tends to be somewhat ignored because it does take some time to fully understand the systems and processes that must be put in place. Fortunately, that's why my role was invented. It provides me the ability to become a liaison for a company that knows franchising and can communicate to franchisors the essential need for providing these resources and doing it in a way that is organized, clean-cut, and easy to understand. Very much looking forward to working with your brand and excited to hear more about how we can together develop a system that we can share with others and provide a franchise opportunity that could encourage a good and healthy lifestyle for the next entrepreneur that comes to our doorstep. Thank you very much. I wish you all well, and I look forward to working with you.